Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 197. Episode 197 of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is all motherfucking here. Liam's here. Al's here. I'm Mike. I'm here with fucking good Wi-Fi for now. You see that little pod? If you're watching on YouTube, there's a little pod I'm pointing to. Thank that pod right there for giving me Wi-Fi up in this room. Boys, we are here. I know normally we record on Monday nights, but I figured we all were kind of in the group chat. We were like, you know what? I feel like today might be a good day to record right after the game. Because ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Al, Liam, you guys know this. Everybody listening, whether you're in Florida, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, fucking California. Liam, what do we have? Ukrainian listeners at one point. We have people from fucking Haiti listening at one point, whatever it is. The New England Patriots have won their first game in Miami since 2019, since the 43-0 trouncing of the Dolphins by Tom Brady and company, the Antonio Brown game. The Patriots have won a game in Miami. They are 1-1. They beat the Dolphins in it's been 2 games, so I think I can say this, game of the year so far. What a game. Not just speaking as a Patriots fan, you had ups, downs, you had kick returns. Yep, I said it twice. You had interceptions. You had timely sacks. You had free agents coming up big. You had Tua carving up the defense. You had the Patriots defense shutting down when they needed to. But guys, the Patriots won 33-27. I'm sorry for burying the lead, but I'm so fucking amped up about this. I broke out the pumpkin head. Second time this year. I did it for week 1. We lost. I said, oh no, do I do it again for week 2? I'm going to fucking do it. And the Patriots won 33-27. Big game, big win. They're 1-1. Guys, the floor is yours before we get into the nitty gritty, the details. How are we feeling?
Liam, do I break Mike's spirit now, or do I just go along with it? I'm going to ask you first. We're going to pretend he's not
go
here.
along with it. No, ride the momentum.
Okay. No, a great
Well, now
win.
I want to know.
Now you're never going to know. Great game. Obviously, a divisional win, a road win. Those are big things in the NFL and hard to come by. Credit to Mike Vrabel, first career head coaching win for the New England Patriots. First win in Miami in 6 seasons. You finally broke Tua Tagovailoa's undefeated record against the Patriots. A lot of things went well. There were some things that we can talk about that we want to see cleaned up for Pittsburgh next week.
And we will, for sure. We will. Yep.
And for now, enjoy the win. They're 1-1 with 2 home games coming up. Oh, this is great.
It is. It feels fucking incredible.
Losing football, right, Al? Losing football, right?
Okay, Liam, I think I can say it now because he said that. I think that's fair, right?
Jump it. Me and you will have our 1v1 real quick because I overreacted in the chat real quick.
We will. All I was going to say was, thank God Devon A-Chain stepped out of bounds, because if not, we'd be having a different conversation here.
Listen, man, the football gods, man, sometimes they repay you for your years of loyalty, and that's what happened right there. The football gods said, you know what? New England has been through enough. Miami is 0-2. They might not win another game ever. So you know what? Let's just throw the Patriots a bone. We don't know what's going to happen, but let's give them a chance. So that's what happened. And by the way, just to let everybody know, the losing football thing, Liam, I'm going to throw it to you in a second. Don't worry, because I fucking want to know how you feel too. But Al kept saying, after all the bad plays, rightfully so, he kept saying losing football, which it was. But as a fan watching the game and hearing my phone go off and looking down, seeing Al go, losing football, I swear to God, I want to reach through my phone and put your head in your bidet and say, shut the fuck up.
I don't even have that anymore. That's the funniest thing of all. That thing's been gone.
That's funnier that I would somehow find a bidet and put your head in it. But either way, losing football doesn't matter because they did play a little losing football, which we will talk about. But Liam, Patriots 33-27. How you feeling, buddy?
I don't know how to feel. It was the weirdest fucking game. Like, obviously, I can say I'm happy that they won. Like, I'm relieved is probably happy isn't the word for it. I'm relieved that they won because I thought they were going to smoke them and win by 30, and then I thought they were going to lose, and then I thought they were going to lose again. Then I thought they might lose by like 10, and then I was like, okay, we shouldn't win, but I think we're going to win. And then I thought we were going to lose again. And then penalty sets them back, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, they're in a really advantageous spot with like 20 seconds to go. I think they're going to win this game. But the way things have been going, I don't know if they're going to win this game. So
Same.
I'm relieved. That is the word I will use to sum this all up. I'm relieved. It was a wild fucking game. My dad looks over at me and goes, after the second our kick return, 2 and 12 seconds, by the way, definitely has to be some sort of NFL record.
Has
But
to
my
be.
dad looks over at me and he goes, This is like SEC college football. He's like, I don't. He's like, what the hell are we watching here? I was like, I don't know. It's ugly. Like, both teams' kickoff coverage are going to be running a lot of laps tomorrow. Like, that was an ugly display for both of them.
Yes.
And I was
Yes.
just like, this is the wildest, weirdest fucking game I've ever seen. I was like,
Dude,
okay.
crazy, right? Like, let me tell. So let me like the take I was gonna have when we came on here. If the Patriots lost, I'm just telling you guys. I texted you. I said you're gonna get the worst version of Mike. I was gonna call it quits for the season. Straight up, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, listen, we're gonna watch because we're all diehard Patriots fans. We're gonna watch the games, but I expect nothing out of this team. They will be a top 6 pick in the draft. Maybe you draft a receiver. Like, do you draft a quarterback if they're there? Like, I don't know. Like, you're kind of questioning all these things that are happening because like the team, like they're playing well, but they were making mistakes at the worst time and they were overcoming some of them. So like Al, to your point, which is kind of what I said, where like some of the losing football they were overcoming, but then they were like reverting back to it. So it was just like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
So like just quick, like 60 seconds. What was your guys like Cliff Notes takes if the Patriots lost this game?
You need to figure out your kicker situation because Borgales is not cutting it.
My
Although he did
man.
hit it, he hit a
My
53-yard field goal, which
man.
was big. That was big. Um,
Assume he missed though, because we're kind of assuming the loss. So like, say
yeah,
they lost, like, how would you feel coming into here? Because I just kind of want to know like the alternate universe of Tuck Rule takes right now.
it would be like you're talking about how bad the defense was, especially like that third down play. I think it was, yeah, early in the first half. It was, or sorry, early second half. Third down, Alex Austin turns the wrong way. They hit
Oh,
Tyreek Hill, and now they get a field goal out of
he
it,
was
which
right there.
exactly. We were both saying that in the group chat. And then the special teams besides Borgales, I mean, my God, can you friggin' tackle on a punt return and not give them the momentum? Like
Mm-hmm.
that was the type, and that's why I kept saying that's losing football. And
Mm-hmm.
you know me, Mike. I'm a big Patriots fan like you are. But the thing is, you can't be doing that over and over and expect to get away with it. You got away with it today. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. We're happy about the win. We're excited about the win. It's awesome. But going forward, this can't continue to happen. When you have a chance to put your opponent away early, put them away. That's the difference.
You were right. I do also just want to say before Liam, I want to know your like alternate world kind of reaction here. But Al, you were right, losing football like 100%. But like you said, though, they fought back. They won, big divisional win.
Yep.
It is what it is. Special teams, like I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like I think they played better in that week 1 game, which I kind of want to dive into in a little bit. But like it's weird. They made a lot more mistakes in this second game, but they won. So it's almost like what I think the true Patriots team is somewhere in the middle. It's going to be fascinating to watch next week against like an actual team with Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers, DK Metcalf. Hopefully, Gonzalez is back. We'll talk about it. But yeah, Liam, like I said, real quick though, because I do want to kind of get into the actual game 60 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever. Say the Patriots lost this game. How are you feeling? What is your like opening take coming into this Tuck Rule takes?
Um, it would be super depressing. Like, I don't want to say I'd give up on the season, but it would be really tough not to give up on the season. And I'd probably have to go digging for the silver lining. And if you're going into a show digging for the silver lining, that's not good. Like, I want to come in here and go, we played well, but we lost and they played better. But that wouldn't have been the case here. It would have been something along the lines of, We started out really hot and then gave them a million opportunities to beat us, and they took all those opportunities, and now here I am in defeat.
Mhm.
There were so many mistakes. The offensive penalties, the terrible special teams, uh, just even coming down to the end, like poor Gallus, I love him, but he doesn't reach whatever the limit is on the kickoff. I just sent you guys the "that's my kicker" meme when he hit that 53 yarder, and then he does that, and I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
and I'm just like, all right, it's okay. They're really making it hard for me to be positive right now, but I'm gonna try really, really hard. Like it's just like it's super annoying that I'm wrestling with all these emotions, the highs and lows of sports, I guess. So it would have
Right.
been bleak. I would have been like, we don't deserve to win. We probably don't deserve to win another game, and all of our predictions are out the window.
Gone. Gone. Let me
Yeah.
tell you that kick, when the kick didn't land, because I watched the game with Nicole, obviously, and she looked over, she was like,
Yeah.
wait, it didn't hit where it was supposed to hit. I go, no. She goes, what the fuck? Gets up and walks away. Dude, I've never seen her so into it. Like she like loves football, but like she was so into this game too. It just kind of shows that like Patriots fans needed this game. Yeah, Borregales is like, you guys know I'll wave the special teams flag here. We all care about it, but I play into it a little bit more. Obviously, I love him. Behringer, by the way, two great punts. I know he outkicked the coverage on one of them, but still you had to do it kind of. But yeah, Borregales, up and down game. I think overall, we'll talk about him, but there's there's one guy we have to start with, and I think we'll probably start with him a lot moving forward. Drake May, 19 of 23. 230 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions, 10 rushes for 31 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Guys, this is the type of game that you expect out of Drake May. Now, there was the one errant throw to Stephon Diggs, which Jason McCourty, the announcer, said that like maybe they thought Diggs was May thought that Diggs was going to sit in the zone coverage, whatever. Other than that, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. There weren't any crazy bad decisions from May. He took a couple sacks early in the game, but like it is what it is. But there were this Drake May was one of the main reasons you won this game. How many times did we see last season where a lot of people have said it? I think each one of us have said it at one point or another here, maybe more than once, where it's like the team's trying to come back and Drake May trying to do too much, throws a pick or whatever it happens to be. Last year, you're kind of okay with it because it's like, the team sucked. Like the team had no idea what they were doing. That team stunted the growth of a lot of players. But this game, like I said, 19 of 23, 232 touchdowns, clean game, no fumbles, no pick, not even any potential pick throws. I mean, he's on my shirt. May the force be with you. I got the shirt on. This is the one I wear watching the games. I got to wear this from now on because I wore my Goodell clown tank top last game. They lost. Yeah, I just want to know you guys' thoughts on Drake May. My thoughts, to me, A- game. Just because I guess maybe he could have hit Diggs, maybe he could have done something, but he had the throw to Booty. He had some really nice throws to Henderson. Or he had that throw to Henderson. He had some timing plays to Henry Hooper. Great game. He ran when he had to. What were your guys' thoughts of Drake May? I thought, like I said, A minus.
Liam.
Well, I guess A minus seems fair. I will give him an A minus. Like, just I would give the offense as a whole a lesser grade, but I would give Drake
For
May an
sure.
A
Yep.
minus. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's super strange that the only people that caught a receiving touchdown, that was their only catch. And I think that's very strange. But
Kind of
those
weird, right?
super strange, but like those touchdowns were perfect. Obviously, Mac Hollins was wide open, so that was a layup. But that Keyshawn Booty one, that was beautiful. That was leverage explained perfectly to everyone. He's just
Oh,
leaning back against the corner, slowing down his pace. The corner's basically draped all over his back, and we saw it for many years being Celtics fans watching Isaiah Thomas. Every time he would go to the rack against these bigger guys, he pushes off with his back and lays it in with his arm
mm.
fully extended so these guys can't get up and block the shot. And that's how he scored this touchdown. It was all leverage. It was magical. Um, but yeah, like his passes were crisp. Would I have liked him to connect on that 2nd and 8 to seal the game instead of giving it back to the Dolphins? Yes. Was the receiver possibly held? possibly. But overall, like a damn good performance. His scrambles were sweet, didn't make mistakes because he has the most turnovers in, going back to his first start last year in the league. He
Mhm.
does turn the ball over a lot. So what we're looking for was clean football. I had a lot of confidence in Drake May. So I like it.
Al,
Drake
Drake May.
Drake May, unfortunately, is going to be a problem for the rest of the league because guess
Oh,
what?
you
This is the
bitch.
type of stuff. This is
Losing
the type.
football.
This is the type of stuff that Drake May can do. The accuracy, the moving the ball down the field, the wheel route to Ramondre Stevenson that went for the big chunk play. Incredible. Again, this is the type of stuff we need from Drake May. Now, I agree with Liam too. Drake May gets like an A minus, at the absolute worst B plus. The offense itself, I give like a B minus. I think it
Yeah,
was really good in the first half.
We'll
Again,
talk about it. Yep. Mhm.
you kind of slowed down the second half, but you had, and we'll talk about it, but like the Gibson, kickoff return for a touchdown was great. I mean, you went down the field and everything too. Like we said, the Stevenson wheel route led to a touchdown as well. So again, Drake May played really well. And what did everybody say? Year two, this is the guy that has to lead. This is the guy that has to step up so that way the Patriots can step up. And that's what he's doing.
yeah.
And what did he do? He stepped up. Yeah, again, like I mean, we're not saying May had, this like elite. He dragged his team through the
Yeah.
mud. Like it was a solid gutsy performance from everybody on both sides of the ball.
He didn't play like Mac Jones today. We can say that.
Exactly. Exactly. Which, by the way, Mac Jones starting for the Niners. I don't know if they won or not, but I saw that he was playing well for the most part. So props to Mac Jones. Good for you, man. You and Kendrick Bourne. I hope you guys have a good season. Hope we see you in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think this is one of the games where you'll look back and a lot of people's criticisms of Drake May are decision making, like he looks kind of like skittish in the pocket if his first read isn't there, interceptions, no turnovers, he looked confident in everything he was doing, like, and I don't want to hear about the opponent, like I understand, but this is also, you got to look at this from the Patriots perspective. It's a mental game too. You haven't won there in 6 years. Like this is a huge, huge thing. Like winning their divisional game. Like the Dolphins, by the way, are 0-2. We all hit the nail on the head to some extent. The Dolphins are going to be shit this year. And yeah, I get it. It came down to the wire, whatever, blah, blah, blah. A win is a win. It's a divisional game. We know it's tough. But yeah, Drake May, though, he looked like the guy. I think if he can build off these are the types of performances that you'd want to see. Obviously, there's some things to clean up. Maybe, take off running a little bit sooner next time. Obviously, like I said, the big play I bring up is just that miss to Diggs. If you could have hit him, but Diggs looked like he kind of floated to the left. May thought he was going to kind of settle down in zone coverage, whatever. I don't want to get too X's and O's because that's really not what this podcast is. But yeah, Drake May, great game. I thought it was awesome. Great to build on. You guys have anything else on May before we move on?
Just bring it next week against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, yeah. And again, we will talk about Pittsburgh, obviously. Running back room, I want to talk about it. Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, and Trevion Henderson. Henderson, 3 for 10.
All of them.
I know going into this game, a lot of people were saying, I need to see more Henderson, He had an iffy game. He had some holding
Yeah.
calls. Which again, like he's a rookie. I don't care. I think he's going to be electric for this team, which I think we can all agree on. We're all Trevion Henderson fans. Like, whatever, you're a rookie. You had an off game. It is what it is. He had what, 3 catches, 2 catches for 30 yards, 3 runs for 10 yards. Antonio Gibson, 5 for 27, and Ramondre Stevenson, 11 for 54. Liam, your boy, I want to throw it to you. Running back
Yeah.
run.
So let me address the Henderson thing
Yeah.
first of all.
Mhm.
It's only week 2. I don't want to overreact here, but I think everyone has sky high expectations when guys like this come in, and then his preseason was so great, so we think he's going to be a tremendous superstar. I tried to curb those expectations, and now in week 2, I'm definitely trying to curb those expectations. Like, I don't think he's going to be Adrian Peterson. Like, I don't think he's going to be a Bijan Robinson. I don't think he's going to be our bell cow running back. I don't think even in the future, like, he's going to be a probably more used version of Shane Vereen. We will get him the ball in space. He will do a bunch of different things. He will have a lot of exciting plays that we will remember for years to come, but he's not going to be our superstar running back. He's not Corey Dillon. He's not any of the saving graces that like
Sony
other
Michelle, like those type of
yeah,
guys for that
no,
one
like,
year at least. Yeah.
yeah, like, but even Sonny Michelle, like call it what it was. He was a role player that scored a lot of touchdowns on the goal line. He was really good. Like, he wasn't a superstar by any means. He just was on the goal line. And everyone was expecting to pass, and he ran it in behind a great offensive line. But like, I don't think he's a stud or superstar. But he's going to be one of our rotation guys. He's going to be awesome. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
be a lot of fun. If he's Shane Vereen, then I'm pretty happy. If he's better than Shane Vereen, that's probably what I'm expecting. But he's not going to be a superstar. But I
He's
like him. I'm
exciting.
psyched
He's
that he's
exciting.
here. Yeah, he's exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something else, something new.
Mhm.
But for Ramondre Stevenson, like, there's been a lot of talk about how Ramondre's on his way out, and this is the message of many men from 50 Cent. Many men wish death upon me,
I'll be one of them.
and yeah, 100. You are one of them, and that's what I'm getting at here.
I
And
love
I
him, but
actually
but
can't.
you know,
Yeah, but I understand. We have this shiny new Ferrari and we want to get rid of our very reliable Porsche, and we're not going to do that. Like, we have a
he's
we
a
have a very
Honda.
nice car. Yeah, okay,
He's a
fine.
Honda.
I'd probably say more Ford F-150, and he's good. That thing's reliable, and I'm not going to get rid of that Ford F-150. I promise you that.
He's a Rav4. Rav4. I'll call him a
Yeah,
Rav4.
I'd probably go as far as a Raptor if we're
Ah,
really
whoa,
getting
whoa,
into
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa.
I
Settle
think
down.
he's really
Settle down.
good. I think he's really good. But like, I don't know many running backs on the box scores today that were their team's leading receiver and leading rusher, and
Mhm.
that's what Ramondre is. Was that all because of one catch? Yes. Was that catch awesome? Absolutely.
Great.
He's just awesome. I'm super psyched that he's here. He was decisive in his running, broke plenty of tackles. He had that nice 21-yard gain in the middle of the game that was sweet, and we really needed it at the time, and ended up being a scoring drive. Like, I love him. I want him to be around, and I've been
Mhm.
saying Antonio Gibson as well. He's not getting enough love. He's going to get used. This is a committee backfield. The rushing numbers aren't eye-popping. 5 for 27. Al, I'm sure you could do the math on that. What's that, 5 yards per carry?
Say it again because it came in and out. Just say it again.
5 for 27.
5.5 yards carry, right around there.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's
Ooh.
that's fine. That's a fine yards per carry average, but nobody's gawking at the 27. But then the special teams kickoff comes in, and that's fucking beautiful. We really, 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 really needed him to take advantage of their shitty special teams. So, I'm happy. This is kind of what I expected from a Josh McDaniels running back room, and that's what it's going to be. And I'm quite satisfied with that.
Yep. Al, thoughts on the running back room before we kind of just get into the game flow for the most part?
Yeah, so I'll just say this. I always believed in Ramondre Stevenson. He was my guy that, I said from the get-go he was going to be the guy in the backfield. Yeah, little sarcasm for anybody that couldn't tell. But yeah, so Ramondre Stevenson had a great game. Like,
Wasn't he
there's
your
no,
least valuable player, right? If I remember
he, wa-
correctly.
he was, he was.
He
But guess
said,
what?
fuck you, Al.
I know he really did. It's game 2, but you know what? To Ramondre's credit, you don't win today without him. It's plain and simple.
Yeah.
Henderson, like, don't even call it an iffy game. He had a bad game. For him, he had a bad game. Several
Mhm.
penalties, holding penalties. I think he had a penalty in the special teams game too. Can't have that. Can't be doing that. Gibson obviously showed his flashes, like Liam said, not just in the run game, but also in the kick return game, which is great. And who's to get the credit as well for utilizing these guys? Josh McDaniels, because last week Patriots threw the ball 45 times and they ran it 13. Today it was way more balanced, and you saw the results of it. So good on McDaniels, good on Stevenson, good on Gibson for contributing in other ways, and Henderson, it's a blip in his rookie year. So I'm
Mhm.
happy about that. The running backs were good. They're going to be the backbone of your team. Use them until you can't.
Dude, they had more rushing yards in the first half than they had all game. last week one, if I remember correctly. I think it was like
Yes.
halfway through the second, and McCourty was like, they got 80 yards now when they had 60 all game last against the Raiders. Like, yeah, McDaniels, obviously, he understands there was a blunder. We all understand that. They went away from the
Yep.
running game, whether it was the game or just kind of, a mistake by him, probably a little of both. But I think this game was perfectly balanced, man. Like there were no times where I was watching it and I was going, ah, shit, I wish they would have ran here. I wish they would have passed here. Like that was just a really good play called game by everybody involved. Defense, we'll talk about it. I'm talking about offense, where like it just everything kind of seemed right. Like there were no crazy things. Obviously, the Patriots didn't score on every drive, but yeah, I liked it all. Do want to tell you guys, I just saw this on Twitter. I don't know if you guys had seen it yet. Morgan Moses, he had what, 3 false start penalties today, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, not great.
He was seen in a walking boot
Oh, good.
in the locker room.
Good.
So I
Good.
think this is going to be the little stretch. We knew this coming in. Liam, I think you were one of the ones who really brought it up. Like we all talked about it, but you were one of the ones who kind of really spoke about it. Morgan Moses is going to miss time. He
Yes.
doesn't play 17 games as much. He doesn't play 16 games as much. 17 is kind of shit. You're asking for another one. So let's kind of get right into that, I guess, since we're talking about it. Morgan Moses, offensive line play as a whole, I thought was relatively good. Jared Wilson, clean game. He had 1 penalty, but other than that, no hits, no sacks, no nothing.
Costly penalty though. That penalty was
Yeah.
poorly
It
timed.
was, it
Yep.
was, it was. But again, like dealing with the defense wise, he played well. Will Campbell shut down Judon on a lot of plays. I don't know if you guys were like specifically paying attention to that. I know you guys were watching, you're paying attention to everything, but I don't know if you guys were kind of noticing it as much. Yeah, Will Campbell, another great game, great pick. Like I think we can just kind of be fine with the Will Campbell. Like I think he had a false
Yep.
start. Okay, like he's a rookie, kind of like Jared Wilson. Like, listen, they're going to have their things. Bradbury, a bad snap, but other than that, a pretty good game. Mike Onwenu, Liam, your boy, fucking didn't hear him at all. You know why that's beautiful? Because he didn't make any mistakes. Mike Onwenu,
Mm-hmm.
good game. But yeah, Morgan Moses, though, he is in a walking boot. Assuming he's out, kind of a two-pronged question to you guys. How did you feel the offensive line did? Because we all watched the same game, but you kind of see it a little differently. And how do you feel about Moses moving forward, assuming maybe he misses some time? How do you feel about the line? But just in general, offensive line play. Al, how do you feel? Because Liam, you went first last time.
Mm-hmm.
Al, how you feel?
It's encouraging. That's the big thing. Again, you're still going to have the penalties. Now, us as football fans, in the moment, we're going to be like, what the hell? What are you doing, Campbell, Wilson? What are you thinking? All this stuff, right? It's natural. But again, as long as you are giving Drake May a pocket in the passing plays, and as long as you're moving the defensive lineman to open up some holes in the running game, which they were doing at times, it looks good. It looks functional. And again, that's a word that I'm going to keep using throughout the year with this offensive line. They were functional. And that's something that you need in the NFL to be successful. So credit to the Patriots. They were functional in their offensive line. How many times did Drake May get sacked? I can't remember. I think he got sacked like
Two?
maybe,
I think
I
two
was going to say
times.
maybe
That's it.
twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
twice,
Yeah.
which is fine. Like you remember last year, there were games where he was getting sacked like 6, 7 times, 8 times. Like, keep it low, keep the negative plays at a minimum, and that's what this offensive line did. And they're going to get better. They are going to get better, especially that left side of Campbell and Wilson. They will get better with time. Oh, and also just real quick, Garrett Bradbury with that snap. I almost lost my lunch on that
That
one.
was bad.
Yeah.
That was
The one
bad.
thing. That's the one moment I'm like, of course, like just snap the ball, make a play, like keep the clock moving. Just
Again, the worst time for it. There's never a good time to snap the ball next to somebody instead of to them. But like,
But the
damn,
win
dude,
makes it
like,
fine, guys. The win, we can look past the mistake. We can acknowledge it, fix it, move on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's why I love the
yeah.
win. But yeah, Liam, though, I know that you were stressing over the Bradbury snap. But yeah, how do you feel overall offensive line play? How do you think they did? What's your thoughts on it?
The Bradbury snap, you're absolutely right. I'm glad you addressed that out because that was going to be what I led with.
Yeah.
I was going to make a Bradbury doll and I was going to stab it with everything I could find. I was very, very, very upset. But Al said it. It's over with. But I agree. The line was functional. I think the play calling actually helped the offensive line here. They did a lot of like play action, like deep boots so that the
Hmm.
offensive line, like he would be far enough away from the line where if anyone broke through, he'd even still have some time there. They
Moving the
did,
pocket. Yep. Yes, sir.
yeah, they had Hunter Henry chipping with Will Campbell at times too to help him out when I agree. He probably didn't really need it, but it's nice to have us keeping our tight end in every once in a while to help out a rookie left tackle. And he wasn't just shutting down Judon, who hate to say it, he's definitely at the end of his career. Like you could see it in this, but he had Bradley Chubb on him too, and he was locking Bradley Chubb up, who I think is a very, very good player.
Mhm.
So
Chop
I
Robinson at
absolutely
times
loved
too.
what I
Yeah,
saw
he
from
did
that.
well.
Yeah, but he sucks. No one gives a fuck about Chop Robinson. Like
He
hell,
had
I
one
love Chop
sack, and everybody
Robinson.
was like, "Chop
Yeah,
Robinson." Like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, and then he tore his ACL. So
Yep.
we're not gonna hear much about. We're not gonna hear. You know what? Chopped his fucking knee, and
Fuck
now we're
him.
not gonna hear about
I
him, which
don't
is
give a
fine.
shit.
100% fuck him because we're not a Dolphins podcast. So fuck
Mhm.
him. But yeah, like the offensive line looked good. The penalties drive me fucking crazy. Like I know Bill Belichick's off in his football spire somewhere, just losing his mind at all these penalties, and I'm sure Josh McDaniels is watching all this go down and having a meltdown on the sidelines as well. Like it's just annoying. Like we're we're spoiled because the old Patriots dynasty didn't really commit a lot of those penalties, but like
Mhm.
they're very, 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 very avoidable. And like it seems we had a lot of them last week and a lot of them this week, and it's just getting annoying. And if I have to deal with this every game this season, it's going to take a couple of years off my life. But overall, you're absolutely right. It was functional offensive line play. I think the run blocking was better than the pass blocking, and the pass blocking was pretty damn good. Like
Mhm.
it was. I have no complaints.
Yeah, no, this line, if you have this type of line going against 90% of the league, they'll keep you in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be all
everybody did
right.
well.
Compared to what we had too, like it's like sex or pizza. Like if it's bad, it's good, and if it's good, it's great. Like it's
Yes,
we'll take it.
yes. Even bad, even bad pizza is good. Even bad
Yeah.
sex, which we've all had, all three of us, especially, I'm sure, it's still good. Like, yeah, still good. Like, you still feel good about it moving forward. We have to talk about Antonio Gibson. Um,
Yeah.
guys, that the the roller coaster from who was it? Williams, right? Is that who it was from them from Miami, or who returned the
Washington.
kickoff for the Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, W. Washington returns that kick. And I had at that point, because I was fed up with Al and just losing football, I muted the chat. And I was like, one, because whatever. And then two, no,
Hilarious.
the real reason is because my stream is like real time, 40 seconds behind. So I didn't.
And I'm losing my mind in real time in each one. So I'm
Yeah,
spoiling
which is,
things for
and
you.
like for the most part, I love getting like the vibrations on my phone. I'm like, oh shit, something's about to happen. But I was too stressed. I didn't want to hear it. So yeah, he returns the kick. You're like, fuck. Okay, so the Patriots are down. You got to go down there. You score a touchdown. That's fine. You're still up. Then you just hold them. And then all of a sudden, Antonio Gibson breaks out that touchdown. Like you said, two touchdowns in 12 seconds. It only took 12 seconds because they had to run the length of the field. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why. Like, what a play. And that's one of those answering things where Al, like I was saying before, and Liam too, but Al, because it's like last year, I just feel like you wouldn't have seen those plays. Like I don't know
Right.
why. It's like it's just like the almost like the poetry of football, where it's like when you have a bad team, bad things tend to happen. When you have a really good team, lucky things tend to happen. And when you're just a scrappy whatever team, like what, sometimes the luck arrow falls in your favor. The spin the bottle lands on you, and that's what it happened to do with the Patriots there. That Gibson run was incredible because at that point it was like, all right, you're kicking the ball back to the Dolphins. Like these two plays didn't happen. Like you're up three again. Like let's
Yeah.
go. Just kind of, I want to know the emotions of you guys with that Gibson play. I want to know with the Washington, then the Gibson play. What were you guys thinking in that time? Because I was a wreck. I was up. My shirt was off. It was nuts.
I was thinking of it like when we gave up the punt return, I was like, what fucking terrible tackling. We had two people that put shoulders on the returner, but didn't put arms on the returner, and the returner just
Ugh.
bounced off of them. And I'm like, this is terrible. This is just that's not football. You're just cannonballing into people, and if unless you have a lot of momentum and you've been running down the field and you get a clean shot at them, it's almost never going to work. And of course, it didn't. And there was no containment. I was like, this is, and then it happens, and I'm like, holy shit! Like this is going to be one of those games where Miami's going to win by like 5 points, like a really weird number, and I'm just going to
Stupid.
be super disappointed.
Missed
I'm like, yeah.
kicks. Yep.
And also like that shit happens in like the fourth quarter. I'm like, we fought all this way just to lose on a dumbass punt return, and I was gonna get really mad. And then Antonio Gibson catches it with some momentum going upfield. Travion Henderson just lights up the guy who's supposed to contain, set the edge on kick return. Gibson
Mhm.
runs flat into the middle of the formation. All the Dolphins get bunched up trying to tackle Gibson, but he has a wall of blockers ahead of him, and then because Henderson lit up the contain guy, just bounces it outside, and he passed by the kicker like the kicker was fucking clueless. The kicker's
I
looking for
loved it.
Antonio Gibson and then finds him three
Hmm.
steps behind the kicker, and the kicker goes, "Oh no!" And you're like, "Okay, game time, baby." And then I see that, and I'm like, the only way we can win this game is because the Dolphins are way shittier than us. Like that's
Hmm.
how. And that was my first thought. I'm like, we're gonna win because the Dolphins are gonna have the first overall pick. That's why we're gonna win this game.
Fine. I don't care. Just win. It was one of those
Mm,
things.
yeah,
Yeah. Just
those are my
win.
thoughts.
Al, how are you feeling about that? Both those plays back to back, man. Crazy.
The Washington punt return, losing football, and I was thinking, of course, this this is
Motherfucker. I
this is
fucking
how.
hate you so
Mike
much.
hangs up.
I mean, that
Dude,
was you.
I
You
was
queued
so
you
angry with
queued
you,
that
Al.
up for you queued that
Yeah.
up for me. You literally threw me the alley. I just hooped it for you, bud. But
I
yeah,
was
it
so
was no.
angry.
But in all seriousness, it was a losing play. That's the thing.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
you come down the field, you get a big touchdown, you get a 2 point conversion, you're back up a field goal, and it's like, okay, now's the time to make a statement on defense. And then of course, you punt the ball away, like you got the ball back, you didn't do anything, you punt it away, and then you miss like three tackles, and then they score. It's like great. It's 2023, 2022, 2024 all over again. And then obviously Antonio Gibson comes. But the thing was, is that I knew these plays were happening because fucking Liam is like, 5 minutes ahead of us. And he's like, oh shit. Oh shit. And I'm like, all right,
I'm
well, I
like,
already
look at
I
know.
love it.
this.
I love it. I
I'm
I'm
like,
love
like, look at
the I
this.
love the preview. I love the previews.
No, but
I
it
love
was
it.
Because then you're like, what's gonna happen? Like, what
Something's gonna
exactly.
happen in like 2 or 3
And
plays.
sometimes
Like,
my messages are obscure where I'm like, oh, fuck. And you don't know if it's a good
I
oh
don't
fuck
know
or
if
a
it's good
bad
or
oh fuck.
bad. I'm like, babe, we
Yeah.
gotta watch this. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
right,
Like
exactly.
something juicy's about to happen.
Yep.
But yeah, that was the thing. Is like once they got the touchdown, it's like, but even still, they were only up three, and it's like, all
Mhm.
right, you're giving the ball back to Tua
Yep.
in an offense that has all this motion that confuses the Patriots, and they're playing this
Yeah.
this cover two prevent defense that's leaving holes in the
Ugh.
zone wide open for Waddle and Hill and these guys to make plays. So as much as the roller coaster was fun, I was still like, okay, until you have the ball going into victory formation, I'm not content until that happens. And I think rightfully so, especially in Miami too. Like before that, like, crazy things happen in Miami.
Yeah. I mean, it was oh god, it was very stressful. Again, like I just got annoyed looking down because I know the Patriots are playing losing football, but to fucking see you being like, yo, they're playing losing football. I'm like, no shit, Al. Don't need to hear you saying that. I
Like they're
get it.
losing the game, Al. I know
I know,
this.
I know. But listen, man, like we're going to talk about the defense in a second. But yeah, that was just for the offense. And I guess for the defense too. So, actually we'll talk about the defense. Then we'll talk about kind of overall what we think this game meant. Yeah, kind of going from backwards, frontwards there. The Dolphins are driving. They're down 3. They're going down. They're making plays. They're making out routes because, like you guys said, the Patriots are playing prevent defense. Which, by the way, we didn't mention it. Terrell Williams is away from the team. So that's kind of what's it? Steve Kerr, if I remember, not Steve Kerr.
Zach,
Steve Kerr.
Yeah,
Zach,
yeah,
Zach,
yeah.
something.
It's like Kerr. I forget how, but it starts with a K. It's got an
Is
H and an
it
R in there.
Kulhe, like Cool or something like
Kerr,
that.
something like that. Yeah. He was calling plays. So like again, like as an optimistic Patriots fan, I'll give bail to the defense. I'll say, yo, you know what? First time defensive coordinator, whatever. But listen, the Dolphins are driving down there. Who makes the interception? It's not Carlton Davis. It's not Marcus Jones. It's not Alex Austin. It's not Kyle Duggar. It's not Craig Woodson. It's not Jalen Hawkins. It's the forgotten son. It is Marte Mapu. When I saw he picked that ball off, guys, with like 2 and change left, I said, holy shit, this motherfucker is alive. I forgot. Yeah. I saw the number 15 and I said, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Marte Mapu. Like I am working backwards. And I'm going to be all over the place. So I just want to talk about this. Then you guys can jump wherever you want. That pick. How did you guys feel about that pick? Because we'll talk about the final defensive plays, which I think are even more exciting. But then we'll also talk about the early defensive plays, which suck. But just kind of starting with the Marte Mapu thing. Good for him. Great read. I don't know what Tua was throwing to. I don't care. He's at 18 concussions. Fuck him. Fuck the Dolphins. Marte Mapu picked him off. How did you guys feel? Because I don't remember the last time I jumped so high out of my seat.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, what kind of a read was that? I don't care. I'm psyched. But like, what was Tua looking at there? He was looking at Mapu. He was like, okay, 15's open. That was dumb. But like, I'll take it. I was psyched. I'm just happy for the guy. Great pick by Belichick. I thought that was so sweet to see him do it.
It was incredible. It was at the moment, nail in the coffin type moment. It's like, okay, yes. Finally, like you're gonna take home a victory in Miami. All you got to do is get 1 first down, and it's over. Now, of course, could they do that? No, but at the moment, it was cool. It was fun. It was a good moment. So,
yeah, I mean, it was
gave us hope.
Incredible, but we do have to talk about the defense because they did have their first drive, which they shut the Dolphins down, but Patriots started the game 12-0. Obviously, Borregales. I guess we'll actually, you know what? Jumping all over the place. We'll finish with the offense. Borregales, how do you guys feel about him? Missed 2 kicks, made missed 2 extra points, made a 22-yard field goal, then made the 53-yard field goal, which essentially helped ice the game. I'm still all in on him. As a rookie kicker, like I don't know, like I'm willing to give him a little bit more leeway, especially since he made that 53-yarder, which was great, by the way. Just kind of quick, doesn't need to be any crazy dissection. How do you guys feel about Andres Borregales? Number 36, crazy number.
Well, I think everyone knows my stance. He went to the U. I'm willing to give him all the grace in the world. He hit a 53-yarder. I love the man.
Love it. Al?
Big kick, but to miss 2 extra points in the NFL in a row, that's the thing. It's like, yikes. And he missed a field goal last week from like 40. Mm-hmm. So, but the kick from 53 gives you some confidence. And even Mike Vrabel said after the game in his press conference, his confidence hasn't wavered off of Borregales. So hopefully he can kind of straighten out his kicking mechanics, whatever it is. But, for now, it's like, all right, dude, you got some stuff to work on there.
And let it be known, we won the game because of that field goal. Because the Dolphins were in field goal range and could have just kicked it, and we would have went to overtime. And by the way things were going, we probably would have lost. So
it's almost an issue he created because he missed the 2 kicks, like almost like that son of a bitch did it on purpose, just like be the hero at the end of the game.
Let me have my Vinatieri moment here. Yeah, no, it was stressful, make it but I think he's fine, 100%. Yeah, winning solves everything. I thought he was fine. Wasn't great, wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you got to worry about bringing in anyone for competition. I think the fact that he missed the 2 point afters early on and then came back later, I think that shows. Because as you guys know, with kickers, they're fucking weird. They get in their heads, which makes sense because, it's like they have the one job. If they fuck up, like it just, they fall off a cliff. That's what happens with kickers. He didn't fall off that cliff. He stumbled, grabbed the ledge, pulled himself back up. So Borregales, you earned another week. Just hit your extra points. You got to think if he hits the extra points, that game, it might be a little bit easier to stomach for Patriots fans because you're up by 5 at that point instead of 3. And then you kick the field goal, you're up by 8. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, the defense though, to start the game, they did keep the Dolphins out of the end zone. Patriots went up 12-0. Then they gave up the touchdown at the end of that or before the half. They came out, they let up a field goal coming out of the half. What were your guys' thoughts overall on the defense? Because, like I said, I got a little crazy. I was running around. I don't know. I was picking up my cats. I was trying to find good luck. One of my cats was on the couch when the Patriots were doing well, so I kept trying to find him when the Patriots had the ball. It was a nightmare. It was like I was some sort of like voodoo like coach or something. I was like, oh no, Gus, you got to come back here, buddy. I got to hold you. And then like Nicole, somebody put the cat down because I'm shaking him. So how do you guys feel about the defense overall? Kind of jumping off point for the defense wherever you guys want to start.
Um, I wish I could say I love this defense, but I don't love this defense right now. I mean, it looked much better against the Raiders in week one. You gotten pressure on Geno Smith. Guys were getting home. They were beating, guys on the line of scrimmage and stuff like that, which was great. But it looked like in Miami, it looked like Tua on a lot of them had a lot of time to throw. Now, I think toward the end of the game, when you had to speed him up a little bit, and Tua knew he had to speed it up, I think the Patriots were able to kind of take advantage of that. And my God, Harold Landry, another clutch sack late in the fourth quarter, and my guy Milton Williams ending the game, putting an exclamation mark on the win. Oh, that part was nice, but the defense has a lot of things to clean up, and I think that starts with, does Terrell Williams come back this week, and how serious is this new health scare?
You know,
That's the big question.
even if he doesn't come back, though, I think if he doesn't come back, you can have a whole nother week of preparation without him. And I'm not like I want Terrell Williams. Like I was, all of us, we all liked the Terrell Williams thing because good defensive line coach. He had success with the Vrabel. He had success with the Lions. But we'll see what happens. I I am worried about Terrell Williams. So I hope
I am
kind of the
too.
best for him. They're talking about scans, tests, all that stuff. Listen, whatever happens for you, I hope it's good. Liam, before I toss it to you, I want to throw this out because I didn't know the Patriots had this many sacks. Milton Williams, 2 sacks. Robert Spillane, 1 sack. Harold Landry, our boy, I think he's the sack leader in the NFL right now still, 1 sack. Caleb Chason, 1 sack. And then like Al said, the sacks came so timely. That Milton Williams one, I've never been more happy for a defensive player. The fact that it was him who made it. But overall, Liam, you want to go negative, positives, both. Overall thoughts on the defense. How are you feeling?
So let me piggyback off what Al said. I don't love this defense, but I love this defensive line. I do agree with you, Al. They didn't get a lot of pressure onto in throughout the game consistently. Like it came in waves, and most of those waves crashed ashore at the end of the game. But the Dolphins' offense runs plays that, in a way, negate defensive lines. It's a lot of what you were saying, I believe, Mike. It's orbit motion and jet motion, and Tua's just dumping it off to his wide receivers in the flats in space, or getting his running back out at wide receiver and stuff like that. The Patriots, I'm sure they did blitz. I didn't see a single fucking blitz. I didn't see
Mm.
one blitz. It was four down linemen rushing every play, except for I think 2 plays where I saw Caleb Chason dropping back into coverage, which I thought was really fucking smart because they were killing us underneath. And I thought Tua wasn't going to expect a defensive lineman to drop in and cover the running back. So I thought that play was creative, but he's rushing for there because they're just getting it out so quickly. We're not going to blitz and give them another open guy downfield. We're going to keep giving them these fucking orbit motions that get them 5 yards a clip.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I love this defensive line. Let me say this. Is Harold Landry our new Matthew Judon?
Um,
Is he at that level? Is he lesser? Is he more?
I think he's a lesser version.
Okay,
I
Mike.
got I got a better comparison. I think he's our Rob Ninkovich. I think
Okay.
Okay.
he's not going to light it up in the sense where he's going to have whatever double digit, whatever it is. But I think that he's going to, if you're a Patriots fan and you watch the team, you're going to say, oh, this guy is always around the ball when he needs to be, which he was final drive of the game.
Yes, but I don't remember any time where Rob Ninkovich was ever leading the league in sacks, even just through 2 games. Like he
You're right.
has three and a half sacks on the season so far, which is
Yeah.
why I said Judon, because from game one, you're like, oh my God, Judon got him again. And then the next
Hmm.
game, you're like, Judon got him again. And then from then on, you're kind of like, all right, when's the next Judon sack going to come? And it always showed up. So,
Yep.
like, that's why I went with that one. I think it's pretty damn close. Like, I think Judon was super flashy about it. So where Harold Landry isn't. So maybe
It's
he
dirty.
gets
It's
gets
dirty
yeah,
when Landry does it. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. So I dig. I would say if he crushes it again next week, then he's officially in Judon status, and I'm very, 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 very happy.
He
But yeah,
might going
the
against
def
the corpse of Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, yeah, it's certainly possible. He's not very mobile anymore, though he's still an incredible quarterback. Still won't take slander on that. But yeah, like the defensive line's great. They're a lot of fun. Milton Williams, 2 sacks, and obviously, like Al said, that last one was unbelievably clutch. Like that was awesome. And like I I looked at that play over and over and over again. If Milton Williams doesn't get that sack, no one is getting to Tua. Like no one's
Nope.
close. Chase on is been pushed out by the left tackle.
Yep.
He's in no man's land. Landry stunted inside and got double teamed. No one was getting there, and Milton Williams was just like it was actually beautiful. Landry stunts in, and Milton Williams just goes right off of Landry's shoulder, barricades through 2 guys, and gets right there. And he's pissed. Like this is the kind of guy like in Philly, like he was always angry. He
Hmm.
played like 20 snaps a game, and for all 20 of those snaps, he was just
Just
furious.
angry.
And like now with yeah, just pissed. And now with the Patriots, he's playing every snap. And he's still super pissed playing every snap. It's awesome. The dude's clearly fired up. And there is some, you guys said it, there's some sort of poetic justice here. This was the highest paid free agent of this past offseason.
Hmm.
And he comes in and already wins us a game. Like we can look at this game and go, Milton Williams won us this game.
This is
Because
why you sign him.
yeah, because this is what he is. He's not a Vince Wilfork. He's not going to stop the run. But when you need him to get to the fucking quarterback, he's very, very angry and he wants to go get that football and he's going to go get them.
Yeah. Again, this is why you sign a player like this. This is almost like when the Patriots had Chandler Jones, like certain players, it's like you expect them game time, game on the line, go make a play. This is
Yeah.
the guy you sign throughout the entire game. He may be more of your background player. Maybe he's getting double teamed, which frees up a Harold Landry sack or a Robert Spillane sack or a Christian Barmore play, which by the way, Christian Barmore, another great game. I'm happy he's on the team. I'm happy he's healthy. Looked like he got kneed in the nuts really, really hard, which is why he got kind of hurt a little bit there. But yeah, Milton Williams, I can't think of a defensive player other than Robert Spillane, just out of selfishness, because I love him, to make that final play. What was it? 4th and 12, if I remember correctly? Or was it 4th and 7 or something like that? Either way,
Uh,
I think it was 4th and 12, but fourth down, game on the line. Milton Williams, like you said, no one else won their matchup. Milton Williams decided, you know what? Let me just I want to go back to Foxborough happy. Let me just end this fucking game real
yeah.
quick. And
It
you
was fourth
saw
and
it
12.
from the second the ball snapped. He
Yeah.
won. He was either going to get held or he was going to get a strip sack or a sack.
Yeah.
There was no in between.
He was furious. The defensive line is awesome. The secondary still leaves much to be denied. My Alex
We
Austin
need
gripes are
Gonzo.
still very much alive. Yes, we do need Gonzo because
Mhm.
Alex Austin had a few good plays, but he also gave up a touchdown and had a handful of really bad plays as well. Like it's part of being a corner. You're gonna get roasted. You're gonna have good plays. It's a tough spot. But yeah, overall, like Carlton Davis seemed fine. Wasn't
Good
locked
game.
down, but
Mhm.
wasn't bad. I like Robert Spillane. So things are good.
Robert Spillane.
Actually,
So
I was gonna say, actually, I have some Carlton Davis numbers that might make you change your mind there, Leo.
Really?
Yes.
Please.
oh, no.
Let me see if I can find it.
In a bad way?
No, in a good way.
Oh.
Carlton Davis today against the Miami Dolphins. 36 routes, 1 target, 1 catch allowed, 4 yards allowed, 4 total tackles.
That's my
Wow.
fucking guy. Let me tell you something, guys. When Christian Gonzalez comes back, which hopefully we're assuming it's gonna be against the Steelers. We thought it might be against Miami because the Patriots did let go of DJ James. I guess we kind of should have mentioned that before, but kind of a preseason standout. DJ James got let go. We all thought Christian Gonzalez was coming back. He isn't. we know Gonzo has a hamstring injury. We also know hamstring injuries. Liam, you were the first one to say, you said this a bunch actually. They're very ticky tacky, they're very finicky. Seems like he might have re aggravated it in the Vikings game or somewhere around there. Who knows? But when Gonzo comes back, that allows everybody to kind of, in the secondary, to play where they're expected to play. Carlton Davis can shut down the secondary guy. Because you got to think if Gonzo is there, Tyreek Hill isn't catching that deep ball
Right.
on third down, right? Like,
Yeah,
or
that's
you would
prayer.
assume. Now again, he might, but you would, dude. Gonzo makes it look so fucking boring. That's how good he is. So he probably turns around and bats that down or whatever it happens to be. So Gonzo being on this team helps the whole secondary, which I think that will also help the front seven, who's already producing a little bit. But if you can cover for an extra second on the secondary, that's going to help your pass rush. So I think we're starting to see what this team could be. And obviously Robert Spillane, he's doing his thing out there. He had a couple missed tackles, but I mean, not the end of the world because again, the team kind of rallied to the ball carrier there. I'm trying to think anything else on the defense that you guys wanted to touch on, or I guess kind of where do you guys want to go from here? Do you have any other talking points on this game?
I did want to say,
I
and
know
I
you
just
did, but what are we
kind of
doing?
saw it, but there was a play where Tua is scrambling out of bounds and Milton Williams is chasing him, and Tua goes out of bounds and then cuts it up, and Milton Williams just throws all his weight. Like if he had connected, it would have been a penalty. And
Yep.
so luckily he didn't, but he throws all his fucking weight trying to give Tua one good one going out of bounds and just eats it into the Patriots sideline, trips up a coach and takes out like two players. Just a bowling ball of a man. But that was just one of the things we were talking about with Milton Williams. Like he's like, I fucking hate you. And he's like,
He hates
if you're
everybody.
yeah, he's like, if you're running out of bounds, I'm gonna make you pay for running out of bounds. Like you think you're not taking contact by running out of bounds? Watch this. I will
Mm-hmm.
take a penalty. I don't care. But yeah,
Got
so
him.
I just saw that and it gave me a good chuckle. But overall, like there's a ton to talk about with the defense. Like Jack Gibbons played a lot of time. Like Del Pettis played a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're really digging deep here. And then Marte Mapu, a guy who we all just said we forgot about, and half of us probably thought he got cut, is out here making interception plays. Yeah, like this defense is deep. It's a lot of fun. I want to see more, but I like it.
Liam, let me Al, because I want to still talk about defense. I'm sure you have talking points as well you want to get to. Liam, let me ask you something. Do the Patriots lose this game if they have Jabril Peppers?
No, they probably win by a lot more. Yeah. Like
Let
that
me honestly ask you though, how like do you like try to like objectively look at this? The Patriots didn't miss Jabril Peppers in this game, right? They did in the Raiders game because I think, Hawkins gave up the big touchdown. So maybe Peppers covers them there. But overall, it didn't seem like the Patriots missed Peppers here. They're going to see Peppers against the Steelers next week, which we'll talk
yeah.
about. But kind of since you're kind of, I'm going to say you're the Peppers guy here. Kind of real quick before I get to Al, what do you think about Peppers not being on this team? Did they miss him?
This is conjecture. So let me say this, but like there does seem to be a lot of players on this Patriots defense that want to lower the shoulder and boom people when they should
Everyone.
just be wrapping up. When they should just be wrapping up. Like there was a pass for a first down to Westbrook Akine when Tua is scrambling out left and he throws it, and Spillane gets him with a loud hit. But he doesn't wrap up. Westbrook Akine doesn't fall over, shakes it off, and gets the first down.
I didn't even
Now,
hate that, man. No human could
no,
have
me
fucking came
neither.
back from that. That was
A
crazy.
100%. That was nuts. And one, it should have been a fumble. Two,
Right?
Westbrook Hine should be dead. Like that was a really loud hit. But I do believe if that's Jabril Peppers laying that hit, then Akine's off his feet and on the ground. Like I promise you, he's not shaking that off. So
Jabril Peppers
this
is
is
probably following Jalen Waddle somewhere 30 yards down the field.
probably, but like just in some of this, like they're always throwing it underneath and across the field and stuff like that. Like Peppers is my guy to go. I've had enough of this. Like, I'm just gonna hurt somebody. Like, I can get a running start. I'm gonna start at the 30. I'm gonna run for 15 strong yards and watch this flimsy wide receiver catch it in the flat, and he is going to feel the wrath of God. And like that's what I miss because we're not getting that from Woodson. Woodson was fine. He did give up a really dumb first down, and then
Yeah.
like had a good
Up and down
tackle on
game.
the
Up and
yeah
down
had a
game for
good tackle
Woodson.
on the
Yeah.
goal line, which it looked like he got hurt on stuff like that. Like up and down. He's a rookie. I totally get it, but like he's not a thumper, and I want somebody that sets the tone. Like there's a reason why people love Brian Dawkins. It's not for his interceptions, and he had incredibly timely interceptions and won many playoff games with his interceptions. No one cares. People want to
Rodney
see him.
Harrison.
Yeah, 100%. People don't care about Rodney Harrison's interceptions. They want to see him light somebody up over
Except
the
for that
middle.
one against the Eagles, right?
Yeah, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Actually, he had two or
Yeah, he
three.
did have a few, right? Because I think the Eagles suck. Now we'll move
No,
off of
that's
Liam.
that's not the
We'll
case.
move off of Liam. Al, defensive thoughts or really anything. Like, do you have any big talking points, anything else, any specific plays, whatever you want to get to with this Patriots game?
Not defensively, but offensively, when Drake May scrambled for the touchdown and Matthew Judon was like right behind him and then he dove and didn't get him. That was so funny. And by the
So
Hilarious.
way,
funny.
the Matthew Judon orange sleeves are so hideous. He looks so
Ugly.
much better with red sleeves. Like even with the Falcons, they look good.
So
But
good.
like but with the Patriots, I mean
I'm
that was
biased.
the best
Orange is
one.
my favorite color. Like I still think they look cool.
Yeah, I get that.
Green is
I
my
understand.
Al. What's your favorite color?
Red or navy blue. One of the two.
All right. Well, you got to pick. You can't have two.
No, I can.
There,
And
there
I
Mine's
was a
green.
play. Woodson should have had a pick, and I'm looking at it now. 1st and 15, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, to a sales one, way over Tyreek Hill, and Woodson's laying on his face behind
Oh,
Tyreek Hill,
he
and I'm like, dude,
fell.
if you were just standing, it literally would have went right in his arm. So like, it's a dumb criticism. But
Alex
like, God
Austin
damn it,
also
dude.
picked off Tua when Caleb on Chason was lined up off sides, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So they did pick him off earlier in the game too. So kind of an overall good, just a very up and down game by the defense. But yeah, Al, I'm sorry, we kind of jumped away from you.
No, it's fine. That was
yeah.
the biggest thing. That's it. Just that.
Yeah. No, that
Just
run
that.
was great. I mean, listen, like we all watched the game. This is a great win. Like we all said at the beginning, first win since 2019. Mike Vrabel, I just saw something where they asked Drake May, he was happy to spike the ball at the end because I guess Drake May wanted to make it a point to grab the ball and give it to Mike Vrabel. First win, big thing, especially first win in Miami. I kind of, um, I'm a sap for that kind of sappy stuff, man. Where it's like, your first win in Miami, something that the team hasn't done since 2019. Drake May, big win, great game from Drake May. I mean, we all gave him an A. Offense, obviously, you can give him like a B minus, whatever you want to do. I don't really give a shit about like exact grades, but this is just one of those wins where it's like, you know what? The team's headed in the right way. They lost week one in a game they probably should have won. They kind of played worse in this game, but they won this one, which it's so crazy because like they never win these games, which I think is the difference from this year and last year. Last year, they don't win these games. They have their 10 penalties, I think 10 or 11 flags, but they lose the game because of them. In this year, they overcame those games. What did Vrabel say in his introductory press conference? You have to beat bad football. You have to be good enough to beat bad teams. And that's what they did. The Patriots didn't play, winning football as much. Al, you know that. But the Patriots did happen to take advantage of the Dolphins, which I think is something, like I said, we haven't seen in a couple of years here. Even in Belichick's last year, Mayo's year. So yeah, this is good win, man. You're 1-1. Yeah, like I don't know, the Tuck rule takes, bet with Pop Douglas didn't hit. I guess receivers, we'll talk about it real quick. Pop Douglas, kind of a non-factor. Kyle Williams, I don't know what his snap count was, but he registered 0 catches, 1 catch for a touchdown. Kayshon Boutte, 1 catch for a touchdown. It was a beautiful play. But I think you can look at this, and I'm sure people will, and be like, oh, you have these, playmaker guys, they're not making plays, whatever. I look at this as you won a game where your leading receiver was Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs, and Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper.
Austin Hooper was the third.
That's all. Which, by the way,
Jesus Christ,
I have a gripe against tight ends. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see this. If you're listening, you can't. Why do tight ends? They catch the ball like this, the most unathletic way to catch a ball. They catch and they turn and they just go like they shuffle the ball. Like
Yeah.
turn, catch, and run, guys. Turn, catch, and run. Turn, catch, and run. There was one, I think it was the first Austin Hooper pass where he caught it and he turned literally like this, like he was trying to hand the ball like a bread basket to someone else. And he didn't get the first down. The Patriots ended up scoring that drive, so whatever. But they didn't get a first down on that play. And I'm like, dude, just catch it and run. But yeah, kind of overall, I want to know you guys' thoughts of this overall game, how you feel moving forward. We'll talk about the Steelers, then we'll get out of here. But how you guys feeling right now coming out of the game?
Just real quick, you have a chance to, at the worst, finish 2-2 because I think you're going to beat this Panthers team in a couple of weeks coming up. That is god awful. And then the Steelers game next week. That's going to be a tough game. But if you can limit the mistakes and play a little bit more like you did against the Raiders, but obviously have the offense going, I think you got a shot in that game. But you have to play well. You have to play much better than you did today to beat Pittsburgh.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It does come down to if Gonzo is playing. We'll see what happens during the week.
Right.
But Liam, kind of coming out of this game, how do you feel? Overall thoughts on the team, and then we'll talk about the Steelers.
Feeling pretty good about the team. We have a lot to figure out on offense. It seems like the run game's really good, and I don't want to say, all right, the run game's set and we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year, but it looked really good today. We have to figure out the passing game here a little bit because DeMario getting one catch for 8 yards is very weird. And that's, I'm not expecting this to be a carbon copy of what Josh McDaniels used to run. Like, I'm not truly expecting DeMario Douglas to be the next Wes Welker. But one catch for 8 yards is definitely not great, not what we're looking for. And I'm sure Josh McDaniels would say the same thing. Is it nice that Stephon Diggs had 4 for 32? Yeah. But would I have liked 4 for 50, 4 for 70? Yeah. I probably would have liked that a little more. So there's a lot to figure out. It's never a good sign of an offense if a dude has a 100-yard game last week and then has one catch for 16 yards this week. Like, I don't always put that on the player. It's weird. Like, this isn't basketball. If it's basketball, then you can look at the player. If it's football, you got to look at the team. So we do have some shit to figure out in the passing game. But overall, I feel pretty good. We got to win. We got to win in Miami. This hasn't happened since 2019. Like, I'm psyched. This is 6 years in the making.
Dude, big win, man. Big divisional win. Again, it's like offensively, like you said, it's like, you have a guy that had 100+ yards last game. This game, one catch, but it's like, you know what? You could kind of say that's a positive where it's like now you won and that guy only had one catch. Granted, that one catch was for a great touchdown, but still.
Yep.
I think there's definitely some things to work on, like not a perfect team. We knew this going in that the Patriots weren't going to be a perfect team. We still had our records, what they were. You guys had 10-7. I had 11-6. But yeah, I think this is just one of those wins, man, where it's like, almost where it's like you shouldn't have won this game. You made enough mistakes to lose, but then you just capitalized on the opponent enough to win. So yeah, good game. I think if we had to do a star from the game, I'm going to say it's Drake May. Great game. Hopefully he can keep doing this. Mike Vrabel, first win. Great. Mike McDaniel, get the fuck out of here. Did you guys hear his little interview coming out of halftime?
I did hear that. It was very strange, very awkward.
The guy, was he like, he sounded like he was me and he had like 4 drinks at that point. Like he's sitting there because she's like, oh, what do you like? He's like, well, the team, the team is what they are. They're a football team. They're going to run the plays. It was very weird. I think Mike McDaniel, dude, he might be gone by the end of the year.
End of the year. How about this? You ready for this? So Miami has a short week against Buffalo in Buffalo this week. If Buffalo kicks the shit out of them, there could be real rumblings of Mike McDaniel getting fired after that game. Because you start 0-3, 2 divisional losses, and if you get blown out on a Thursday night after losing a game that, let's be honest, they probably could have and maybe should have won against the Patriots, like that's bad. That's bad.
You don't see many in-season firings, but I could see it. I will say though, guys, the Dolphins are 0-2. What are the Jets? The Jets lost today, so they're 0-2. Patriots are second place in the AFC East.
Yes,
listen, Are we going to start doing it if the season ended today?
No.
No, but yeah, good game, good win. It feels nice to be back on the winning side. Liam, you said it last episode where you were like, you're sick of losing. You're sick of the losing football. So I'm happy they won. Next week is going to be crazy. So in fact, let's talk about it. But before we get to it, real quick, Couch Guy Sports, check them out. Thank you, Couch Guy Sports, for putting us on. Tuck Rule Takes. Al, I guess really thank you. We're basically like sucking your dick every episode because we thank Couch Guy Sports, and we're like, oh, thanks, Al. Thank you though for linking up Liam and I. I remember the day that Al was like, I got this guy
a fine day in January.
He called me on the phone, and obviously on the phone. What he called me on the fucking Telegram, and he was like, I got this guy, Liam McDade. I think you guys will, you guys will have a good podcast. I think you guys will get along. And then we're fucking almost 200 episodes out, and we've been doing it. So yeah, Al, thank you, Couch Guy Sports. Check him out. Also, Liam's Rafters podcast is on there as well if you want to get ready for the Celtics season. Sports Spider as well. That is Sports Spider with a Y in the spider. Check them out, whether you're on the trail, whether you're in the zoo, the amusement park, wherever you are. Check them out. Go to the NFL tab, go to Patriots. We're right there. If we're not, scroll down, you'll see us. Guys, huge game in Foxborough next week. Another 1:00 game, which I love. I love the 1:00 games. I like getting it out of the way. I like getting a little lubed up and then kind of, doing what you want for the rest of the day. What are we thinking about this game? Because I think this could be, this is kind of like an early on huge game. Again, Al, like you said, it's not the end of the world because you can still come out of this being 2-2 going against the Bills. But I don't know how I feel about this game. So I don't know who wants to go first here. But Patriots Steelers next week in Foxborough, 1:00. Probably going to be decent weather, I would assume. How are we feeling about this game? Lay out the game plan. How can the Patriots win?
Well, first of all, you have to tackle because you're going to be dealing with just as good of receivers next week. You got to deal with DK Metcalf for number one. Mm-hmm. Okay. And number two, you're going to have to deal with a decent tight end and Pat Freiermuth that can, extend drives for you, is a red zone threat. So they got some weapons on offense. And obviously Aaron Rodgers, I know he's not the Rodgers of old, but he still can play a little football. I'm not saying he's an MVP, but he can still play a little bit. And that defense is obviously with TJ Watt and Cam Hayward and everybody else. I mean, and Jabril Peppers, of course. I mean, obviously there's some players. Yep. But you know what? This is a game where the way you're going to beat them, you got to get up early. Just like you did against Miami, but you have to get up. You have to get up big early. You have to get up like 17-0 early. Punch him in the mouth. And then it's like, oh shit. We came to New England. We thought it was going to be a cakewalk, but it's not. That's how you win. You got to get on them early. If you don't, they are still a team that struggles to play from behind. It was different today, but for the most part, Patriots struggled to make up ground. So got to start early next week.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. Get up. Like, to me, have the same game plan you did this week. You had against the Dolphins. Go in there, get up early. Just don't give up the huge plays. Because if you take away the huge plays that the Patriots, and I know it's such a loser mentality, be like, if you take this away, whatever. But if you take away like that big pass to Tyreek, the game is totally different. And again, we don't know if Christian Gonzalez is going to be here. I am going into this assuming Gonzalez is going to be here. If that is the case, I think the Patriots can pull this one out, man. You just got to kind of control the clock. I think the Patriots at one point, they had the ball for 22 minutes and there was like 7 minutes left in the second half or something. I was like, that's fucking crazy or whatever it was. So yeah, you gotta kind of get up big and then just play defense. The defenses show that they can get to the quarterback at times. They got to do it a little bit more consistently, but I think that's how you do it. Yeah. Get up early and go from there. But we'll give our score predictions in a second, but Liam, your boy, Aaron Rodgers going up against the Patriots. How you feeling, man? How just kind of overall outlook on the game before we give our scores?
The Patriots, the only way they can win this game is if Aaron Rodgers has mercy on them and doesn't just absolutely dominate and destroy them. It's going to be tough.
I hate him. I hate him.
I know.
It's going to be really tough. The Steelers defense sucks. We can rest easy knowing that their corners are old. Darius Slay unfortunately just does not have it anymore, and Jalen Ramsey has always been terrible. So that's nice, but you just gotta hope that Aaron Rodgers doesn't get protected, because if he does, we're totally fucked.
Mhm.
What if Gonzo's here, though? Do you think he makes a difference?
Then Aaron Rodgers throws one last touchdown, and we
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean,
All right.
that could be the winning one.
That could be the
Good.
difference. That could
Could
be
be the difference.
Listen, let me ask you, if Drake May plays how he played this week, they're
We
beating the
lose.
Steelers. No, they're beating the Steelers. They're going to beat him. If
Dude.
he has a clean game,
So our leading receiver was our running back who caught
no,
five
I'm not
catches.
talking about them.
I
I'm
know.
talking about strictly
Well,
Drake May's play.
okay, yeah. So if Drake May throws for 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 19 of 23, we lose. We need more points than that.
No, you are. No, I don't think
We
so.
need more
But
points than that.
we'll see how many. How did DK Metcalf do this week? Dude
did
played
pretty
fucking
great.
pedestrian.
He
He had a
touchdown.
touchdown. He had like 20 yards.
Still had a touchdown.
Get out of here, dude. Gonzo shuts.
Seattle has the best defense in the league.
Carlton
Seattle.
Davis shuts his ass down. I think you put
Seattle has
Carlton
the best
Davis on
defense in the
DK
league.
Metcalf.
No, Seattle
That's,
has the
anyways,
best
okay,
defense
so
in
we'll
the
go
league.
around. Al,
Yes.
Patriots Steelers at home, Foxborough. What's happening, man? What do you think's going on? Tell us the score.
Pittsburgh 21, Patriots 13.
Oh,
I think-
no.
I think they lose this game, but I think that sets them up for a much more complete and dynamic game the following week, home against Carolina, before you get into a stretch of games that you should win. So
They're demolishing the Panthers. So let's just call it there. I'll go because Liam, I want to hear what you have to say last. I'm gonna go 27-23 Patriots. I think it's going to be close. It's going to come down to the end. I think Aaron Rodgers, something happens on that last drive, kind of like this game where Tua threw a pick. I'm not going to say Aaron Rodgers is going to throw a pick, but I think you're going to see frustrated Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter. I think the Patriots pull it out in the end. It's a close game. I think this sends you into Carolina up 2-1, or with your record being 2-1. Liam, what do you think? What's your prediction? Aaron Rodgers 40?
Yeah, 31-24 Steelers.
Why? Just tell me why.
I think Aaron Rodgers has 4 passing touchdowns. I think he does get sacked. I think he gets sacked a good bit. And I think the Patriots' passing game is better, and then their run game lacks because they're overcompensating. I think this defensive line could get to Aaron Rodgers and could totally win the game for us. But I'm not going to be the guy who stands here on this podcast and bets against Aaron Rodgers.
Do we think, though, at the end of the day, do we think this is still a good game to watch?
Yes. I think it'll be an ugly game, but it'll be a close game, but I think it'll be an ugly game. Like, it definitely could be. Like, if Aaron Rodgers isn't connecting and our offense is okay, like, this could be like a 17-13 game. Like,
Right.
this could be a grind fest. I don't really think it's going to be a shootout per se, but I'm not expecting 49-44, but I don't know. I could see it being more likely ugly, but if everything goes in my head, it's 31-24.
Kind of a grinder game, except the fourth quarter is kind of back and forth a little bit, like one of those types of games a little bit. Yeah. I think so.
Aaron Rodgers game-winning drive.
I don't think so. I think it's the opposite. I think the Patriots have the game-winning drive. I think they build off the Miami win. We'll see though. Again, so they are 1-1, second in the AFC East. Means something. You won a divisional game, so that's good. Yeah, this is just a good one. Good game to build off of. You're going into a Steelers game, a conference game against a technically a rival. We'll see what happens. Do we have any of our Tuck Rule takes picks that we want to throw out there? Now, I don't know what they are. I'm going to throw one out there, whatever it happens to be. I'm going Patriots over in their points. That's what I'm doing. Because I do think in the fourth quarter, it's going to be a little back and forth. So whatever the Patriots points are, 20, 21, 22, 23, take it. That's what I would do. What are you guys thinking?
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers, 1 interception.
I was thinking that as well,
Fucking
just because
love
that's
it.
not what the public would usually think. Um, I
Especially if
would say,
Gonzalez is back too. If Gonzalez is back, then you got a chance.
ooh,
You got a chance there.
Gonzo picks him off, dude. Gonzo picks him off.
I like Travion Henderson touchdown. He's due.
He is due.
Ooh,
He's
I
due.
like it. I
He's
like
due.
it.
Like he gets the ball a lot and doesn't get a lot of yards. It's high time he got the ball in the red zone.
You know what? I'm with you. Henderson touchdown. That's
Henderson
what I would
Tubb.
say if we had to go.
Al, can you drive with that?
I can jive with it. I like
All
it.
right. Henderson
Henderson
Tubb.
touchdown.
We ride it on.
I love
Yep.
it.
Also, announcement too. We will be putting up the Three Keys and Money videos. Those will start to go up.
Yep.
Hopefully, week 3. I'm going to be a part of it. Liam's already got a date that he wants to do it. Mike, I'm sure, is going to get involved with it. So, be on the lookout today. Be on the lookout in the future. Today, I think I said it was the corners need to have a good game, which for the most part they did. The running game has to get involved, which they did, and then also getting to Tua, which I don't think that one was great, but it is what it is. So
Yeah.
They
be on the
did, but
lookout
it
for
didn't
that.
seem like they did. Like they had like 4 sacks, but it was
Right.
like
Pretty good.
spread out, except for the last drive where you had 2, which really helped.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see. And then I'll probably, assuming I'm in traffic tomorrow, check out the Tuck Rule Takes social media. I record a video, just kind of my 2-3 minute kind of overall take on the game, because I'm normally pissed off in the morning because of the traffic. So you'll get my unbridled take on it. It should be more upbeat than last week, but we'll see. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to get off your chest about this game? Or I know
Nada.
Liam, you're rearing to go to watch the Eagles.
Birds,
Al, do
baby.
you have anything you want to get off your chest about the Patriots?
It's going to be a much better week knowing that the Patriots won a football game. Let's go.
Finally, I can watch the local media YouTube clips and stuff. I didn't want to watch all last week, so I didn't watch. I didn't want to hear the doom and gloom.
Good call.
I'm already
There's never
fucking
anything
angry
good.
enough. I didn't want to hear
Even
it.
when
So
they
yeah.
win,
Yeah, it'll be good. I'm
suck.
interested to see the way people try to excuse this win or diminish this win. I don't care. You're 1-1. Finally, the Patriots won. Fucking ramp up. Hopefully, we come back to you guys next week after another huge win against the Steelers. Then you go against the Panthers, which is another win, and then you're going against the Bills, 3-1. I can see the vision.
Which is another
I can
win.
see the vision.
Yeah.
All right. So for Liam, Al, I'm Mike. We do have our 200th episode coming up in a few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to get some things lined up for that. But this was Tuck Rule Takes, episode 197. After the first Patriots win of the year, hopefully one of maybe like 9 more. That'd be nice, right? We'll see you guys next week. Sweet feet, we're out.
Sweet feet.